Oh my God, February the 6th. You guys know that this is a great day in general because it's my son's birthday. I am a mom of two boys and a bonus son, but the first child I birthed turned 17 today. So I feel old AF right now. I'm really struggling with watching him turn 17 because it means that I'm old and I'm a Karen in his eyes and a boomer in his eyes and all of the things that those kids over on TikTok call old people. That's who I am, but I'm embracing it. So thank you guys for coming on to the team call. I'm super proud to have you show up for this. This is our weekly chance to kind of like get our questions out. If you've got concerns in your business, questions in your business, this is where we congregate and use our collective brains together to grow up and or glow up or whatever you want to call it. So just anybody that you have on your team, go ahead and let them know that this happens every Thursday. The banner in the team page also says that. And I am always grateful for you guys coming on the team call because you don't have to do this. Your lives are very busy. You got a lot going on in your lives. And I'm grateful that you carve this time out of your week to spend growing this business. Holly and I just got back from our cruise this week from the unique incentive trip. It was magical. I loved every minute of it. Holly didn't love every minute of it because she had some physical things going on, but for the most part, I think she loved it. And we had a blast. And there is nothing like just being around. This is something that you don't realize happens until you're embedded in the community. You can go anywhere and take a picture and there's no side eye. There's no judgment. There's no people making you feel bad because you want to be weird and make a TikTok. Like, it's just all love and all support. And it's something special that we miss out on in the rest of our lives. And so I just feel so grateful for it. And Holly can definitely speak to that as well because she knows I'm weird in that I'm creative. And creative people are generally a little on the fringe. You know, we live on the edges. We do odd things that most people watch us and they're like, what is she doing over there? I'm just being weird. And I love it because it's me and it's freedom and it's liberation and I just love that. And I've posted several pictures and videos after the fact, and other top leaders are like, I saw you doing that. I watched you doing that. I was around the corner being like, what was she doing? And it's just like, that's awesome that we can support one another and love one another and grow together. It's really special. And I'm super grateful that you guys are all here and a part of that. So we signed 34 presenters last month. So I just wanted to welcome those new presenters. If you're watching this on the replay on the YouTube page, this is your squad. This is your leadership team. We've got a lot of elites on here. We've got a lot of people that are driven in this business. So don't feel like your personal sponsor is your only person that can help you in this business. Everyone on this team has agreed, whether you knew that or not before this moment, you are agreeing to cheer for one another, to help each other. We are rewriting the script on what women's empowerment means, because for the longest time, I feel like there was this mean girl mentality in our society where women competed versus compliment, or, you know, and I just, to get into my Super Bowl thing, I don't care whether or not you liked all of the views of J-Lo and Shakira. What we can agree on is that women in general can be more supporting of each other, and her success is not taking away from my success. And my success is not taking away from your success. And I loved watching two badass women shine together on stage, because that's what I want to take into 2020. I want to start seeing um, more collaboration and less competition. And then that's the energy of our team, and I think the squad in general is all about uplifting one another. So if you ever have any questions, go ahead and post it in the Glam Squad. If you're not in the chat, the Glam Squad chat, you can ask your sponsor to add you into that. We don't naturally add in new ladies to that because we don't want to overwhelm you, because it's kind of like a little bit of a love fest. But I just want you to know that it does exist. So feel free for that. The kudos this month is fan-freaking-tastic. Can we talk about that for a second? The liquid shadows are hands down one of the best products that we have. They are blendable. They are on brand, like with the trend setting, the new products. They're really innovative and yummy. I love them. I love the high pigmentation. They're going to be really good for your friends of color. Anybody that's got a caramel complexion or even darker than that, a lot of times eyeshadows are lost on their eyelids, and these colors are so pigmented, they're going to shine on every skin tone. So don't be shy about talking about these products specifically with your caramel complected friends, because these products are amazing. So just to recoup the kudos, it's a 30%, sorry, I just inhaled my dinner, so it's letting me know that it's there. I think it's a 30% cost savings if you get the stacked bundle. And I love what they did this month with a stacked bundle, because a stacked bundle gives you options. And as ladies, we love options. So the level 1 option of the kudos is their choice of 2 liquid shadows, a blush, and any lip product. Now, depending on which lip product they choose, that kind of fluctuates the discount, but ultimately this is the perfect bundle for this month, because it targets all, like everything is customizable. You can pick your blush, you can pick your favorite lip color, and 2 eyeshadows. And then you can add on a foundation, any of our foundations, including our BB cream, to make it, I think it's $99, and that makes the foundation only $22 or whatever. My math is a little sketchy, but whatever it is, our foundations are normally $39, so that's a big cost savings. It's a great way to upsell the kudos to offer them a foundation, so they're getting a full face minus mascara for this kudos. I love it. I really do love it. And because of this kudos, I've been able to order a few more of the liquid shadows that I didn't already have, because I don't like to pay full price for things. So it's amazing that it's on sale. One of the things that I wanted to talk about while we're on here, because you guys know I'm a very transparent leader. I've been doing this now for 5 years, and I am not, when I talk to other leaders, it was suggested to me that I just kind of ignore the elephant in the room, but that's not how I roll. So I just want to talk about it. One of our top leaders decided this week that this opportunity wasn't for her anymore. And the first thing I want to say is I wish her all the love, because I'm going to cry right now talking about how much I love her. I've always loved her, and I wish her the best. I'm brokenhearted that she left, because I believe in you guys sometimes more than you believe in yourself. I eat, sleep, and breathe this team. So while I'm not mad or angry that she chose a different path, I'm sad and brokenhearted because I love hard. And it was difficult hearing that. You know, it's like there's a mourning process that happens when you find out somebody that you love so much.
Who is screaming?
Is walking away from something. But this is what I want to say. Everyone is entitled to their path, and not everyone is going to be on your path with you. This is leadership 101. As you start to build your team, this is something that you need to see. You need to see your leaders struggling, because I'm struggling with her decision. It's not my decision. I wanted her to stay here. I saw her potential. I know without a shadow of a doubt she could have made it to the top of the company. She was amazing, and she is amazing. But when your mission is not bigger than your commission, you are going to be easily swayed by any wind that comes along. If your roots aren't deep, the storms are going to push you along. And with Rachel, I believe specifically that she saw the new opportunity as a better opportunity. And I want to talk about that opportunity because some of you might also be thinking about that. And I don't, if you want to move on, I don't want anybody on this team that doesn't want to be here. I love you with all of my fucking heart. And if you don't want to be here, I don't want to waste my energy on you. Bless and release. That's what people do. They move on, they change, they evolve. And I can't fault anybody for doing that. What I can tell you is that my heart is broken because she left. When you love someone and you work with them day in and day out, it hurts. But I looked into their company, and I just want to give you guys some facts, because I do think that there's some spin that's happening, and I just want to tell you a little bit about that company so that you can make educated decisions. This company that is brand new to the United States is 70 years old. The first red flag to me was, how is a 70-year-old company not in the United States already? The reason why is it's based out of Turkey. And that is because Turkey is sanctioned by the United States because they have been known in the past for terrorist activity. Now, right now, underneath our president, I don't care about your politics. I'm just telling you. Underneath our president, he has lessened the sanctions with other countries that we do business with. So this company has been able to come in and now do business in the United States for the first time within a year. Now, if you just want to look at it practically, our president is not going to stay in office forever. What that means is, if our president changes, their ability to do business in the United States will also change if the next president, the incumbent president, puts those sanctions back in place. And that means all of the women that are working in that company are going to lose their business. To me, that's not safe. I don't want to invest in that. Here's a couple other things. And I'm not bashing, because I believe network marketing is a pathway to freedom, financial freedom for sure. But I want you guys to know what's happening right now, because a lot of leaders are leaving to this company, and I wanted to research it because I was like, oh, what's happening? It's normal to like question and want to know. They're not in any dominant countries. They're not in Canada. They're not in Mexico. They're not in the United Kingdom. They're not in Australia. They're not in any dominant countries. They're in small countries with low regulations. That means they don't meet European standards for cosmetics. You guys know one of our best-selling features is that we meet the European standards for cosmetics. That means we use less parabens. We use less bad products for your skin. This company is not in those countries, and there's a reason why. Because they don't meet their standards. They also pay for recruiting. When you pay presenters to recruit, that is what's considered a pyramid scheme, because you're not marketing products, you're paying to recruit. And that is essentially a pyramid scheme. And so while they have been authorized to do business in the United States, at any time, if the agencies that watch pyramid schemes get a hold of that, they could be shut down. Network marketing companies are shut down right and left all the time for this specific reason. So that is a red flag to me as well. And the last thing that when I was looking at it, I noticed is that they advertise 50% commission to their presenters. But if you are at least half of intelligent looking at this commissions plan, they pay you half a point for every dollar you sell. So in Unique, it's dollar for dollar. You get paid 25% commission if you're yellow status above or above for every dollar you sell. In that company, you get paid half. So if you sell $500, they call it 250 points. So yes, you're given 50% commission, but it's 50% commission on 250 points, not $500 in sales. In the end, it is the exact same amount. And what I want you to ask yourself is, what kind of company, what kind of integrity is that trickery? I will not stop anyone from leaving this business. I don't want you here if you don't want to be here. But what I want you to be is educated. What I want you to be is intentional. And what I want you to do is grow and succeed, because ultimately in my heart, that's all I want for any of you. And that's why I'm so sad with what happened this week, is because I was so invested in her success, just like I'm invested in your success. I'm not a red personality. I'm a yellow. I'm a teacher. I'm a lover. I'm a guider. And so this, as an empath, has emotionally fucked me up. And as your leader, I'm coming to you and I'm showing you and I'm exposing you the harder side of this business. Because I could pretend like everything was rainbows and roses, but I've been struggling the last 2 days. My husband took me out to the fanciest dinner he's taken me out to in months because he was trying to make me feel good because of what happened. I feel like I got punched in the face because I was just on the cruise with this woman and she smiled in my face and she took pictures with me knowing that she was leaving. Sorry. I'm sorry. But it hurt my heart. It really hurt. And not from a selfish place, because I'm not mad at her for leaving. It's not what it did to my business. She's my friend, and I love her, and I just wish that she could have seen what I see in her, and she could have believed in herself the way that I believed in her. Because we all have doubts. We all struggle with lack of self-worth. And as a leader, I have raked myself over the coals thinking that I didn't do enough for her and I didn't show up for her enough and I didn't give her enough training, and that's why she left. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I feel. And I just want you all to know how much I fucking love you. Because I do. And if you don't know that, I'm sorry. And I don't want anyone to leave because they're chasing the shiny ball. You will not get a better opportunity anywhere else. You will not be supported and loved anywhere else more than you are here. And I don't want to make that sound weird or controlling. But the truth is, if your business isn't working, there's something broken in what you're doing. It's not the business. These businesses are designed to help you succeed. All of them. So she's going to have the same problems over there that she had over here. The same reasons that she felt like it wasn't working here, it's going to happen over there. That's not the problem. Okay? So if you're feeling stuck in your business, reach out. Let's powwow. Let's work on it. I am so in love with this business. I'm not going anywhere. And the reason why is because my mission is bigger than my commission. Okay? I don't care about the money. I care about watching each of you transform your lives. And that means something to me. And I've had lots of doubts along this journey. 5 years, I could have walked away 100 times, but I didn't, because I could never leave you. You, all of you. I could never leave my team. I could never talk about how amazing this business is. And think about it like this. Your network is watching everything you do. So if 1 minute you're talking about how amazing Unique is, and the next minute you're like, just kidding, Unique's okay, but this new company is so amazing, your network's not stupid. People know when they're being sold to. They also know when you're working for money versus working because you're passionate. It is palpable, okay? So you've seen them in your newsfeed. They did Mary Kay, then they did Unique, and then they did Lime Life, and then they did, now they're with this other company, whatever it is. Those people, you know, hands down, are chasing the commission. They are not mission focused. And I personally am committed to helping all of you create better lives. I am a survivor of sexual abuse. So aligning myself with a company that advocates for healing for women of sexual abuse aligns with my core values. My mission means more to me than my commission. The commission follows that. All right? So just pay attention. And also ask yourself, your credibility, your voice has to mean something. And if one day you're selling this and the next day you're selling that, the people that are watching you are not stupid. They're not stupid. They're going to see that. And I think it just negatively, in the end, negatively impacts your business. And that's what I have to say about it. And I asked in the exclusive group, and I was told not to talk about it. But I think that's not who I am as a leader. Who I am as a leader is honest and vulnerable. And I want you guys to know how much this fucking sucked. Not from a business point of view, but from a relationship point of view. As a leader, you can't make people want to do this business. You can't force them to do the things that will make them successful. You just have to keep pouring in belief and showing up for them and hope that they believe too eventually. And I've watched magic happen. I watched magic happen with Rachel. And I don't know. I'm not perfect. This is my first time having this happen to me. So I just want you all to know that this business is what you make it. And all of these businesses in general, I love you. I love you.
It's okay.
All right.
All right, just breathe.
There's cookies in the fridge.
Just breathe.
I love you.
I love you too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right. I eat, sleep, and breathe this team. Everything that I do is centered around making you guys better. And I'm sorry if any of you feel like it's less than enough. Because trust and believe, over the last 2 days, I have really questioned whether or not I'm a good enough leader for you guys. And I want you to know that we all feel that way. We all go through moments of doubt. But I also know that this team is amazing. And there is nothing inside of me that is going to give less than everything I have to each of your success. So This team is growing, and we are going to be the biggest and baddest team that Unique has ever seen. And I am looking for leaders. I am looking for people to step into that role and say, I'm ready. Because if you're ready, I'm ready. And we're going to do magic. We're going to create magic together. I just know it. I just know it. This is just a small setback in the big game. And while I can't control anyone's choices, what I would offer you is that I will always love you no matter what. And I love Rachel no matter what. And I truly wish the best for her. And that's all I have for this team call. And I'm sorry for being a crybaby. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Nancy.
I'm glad you talked about it tonight.
I mean, I didn't have any choice. I think it was important for us to
Yeah,
in the room.
especially it, you know, nobody, their wording, because I was floored by it also, and I looked into it, and their wording didn't make any sense. They repeated themselves constantly. That was my red flag on it.
Yeah, I don't want to bash any company.
No.
There's a lot of great direct selling companies out there. But I told you guys why I had red flags about this company and what makes me nervous for Rachel. And I've already heard some feedback from other leaders saying that they had girls go there and already come back. Like they went over there for a month, and then the first month is always the best month because that's when you got your warm market. And then after that, it wasn't what they promised it would be. And the problem is it's not a U.S.-based company or in any of the countries that we do business in. It's a 70-year-old company, and it's in a lot of countries that do not do business with the United States. So that makes it hard.
Right.
But what I also noticed is that they are targeting unique presenters. Why? Because right now we are in a transition phase. So when people aren't committed, when their roots aren't deep, they're easily swayed and easily brought over to the next best thing. And I know Rachel really wants to be successful for her family, and she'll do anything to be successful for her family. I personally just think if she would have dug a little deeper there's a story I told in my book. It's week 3, maybe it's called Shallow Wells. And the guy owns some land, and he wants to dig a well, so he goes out into his yard and he digs a couple of feet and he doesn't hit water, so then he climbs out of the hole and marches off 3 feet over and digs another well, and he doesn't hit water after a couple feet down, and then he digs another hole, and then he digs another hole, and by the end of the day he's got a bunch of holes in his yard and no water. And I think as a society in general, our instant gratification, our need for easy, our need for quick gets us moving around in a bunch of different places. But if we can go laser-like focus, the reason why I'm purple status, I know without a doubt, is because I removed quitting from the table. I took it off the table and said, I don't care if it takes me 5 months or 5 years, I'm going to go all in with this business. And it freed me in a way from the month-to-month swing. You know, we all know November is amazing. December and January, not so much. February, it starts to pick back up. But this business is a roller coaster. So if you're not committed to the end game, the long run, the dips down are going to make you panic. And what I could tell you is what I've noticed in this business is that you got to look at it in the big picture. It took me 5 years to get purple status. But I know people that have done it in 5 months. I just think that we need to dig our roots in and ask ourselves why we're here. And if the reason why you're here is money, that's fine, but just know that money is not enough to keep you anywhere. Any job you ever work, any business you ever commit to. Money is not going to be enough to keep you there. That's why when you leave a job, they offer you more salary. You might stay for a couple more months, but you're going to end up leaving anyway because money is not enough to keep you there. Your mission has to be bigger than the commission. And so what I'd like you all to do as your homework is ask yourself, why are you aligned with this company? What is your vision? I'm changing lives for my family and for you guys. And I think it's so important that you have a vision that is more than the money that you're making from this business. Because it's not enough to stay anywhere. Whether it's a regular 9 to 5, or whether it's your side hustle, or whether it's your only thing that you're doing as a stay-at-home mom. It has to be more fulfilling than just the money. Because if you're chasing the money, it's going to be obvious to your network too. And that's what's really sad, is because you can see it. You guys know, you've seen those girls hop around, and it's always the next best thing. It decreases your credibility with them. And this company specifically scares the F out of me. There's no way you couldn't pay me to go there, because the second we have our elections and there's a change in the office, they can put sanctions back up, and that company's not even allowed to do business in the United States anymore. So something to think about. That's why we need to be intentional about our goals. So I'm sorry for making this so emotional, but this is who I am. And I cry a lot. And I love really hard. And I'm not going to stop doing that just because there have been people that have walked away from that love. So just know that you guys are pretty much 99% of my thoughts. I think about you all the time, how to be better for you. Because I want you all to be on this trip with us. So, the comment section is blowing up. I didn't even read any of it. I love you guys for whatever you're saying over here on the side. I know I'm a big crybaby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that, but that's my heart. And that's what you get when you're on the Glam Squad. So if you guys have any questions, I am always available. If you need help, reach out. And until next week, it'll be happier and funnier and a lot less intense. So
you need a bubble bath and some wine.
I know I do. I need a mask, and I need some cucumbers for my eyes because they're be puppy. All right, you guys. I love you all so much.
Love you.
Have a good night.
Good night.